And so it's really about perspective, right? And I feel like there's not enough push in nutrition and having a standard diet. And when people think standard diets, they're thinking, again, salads, broccoli, all the boring stuff.
Right. And you can definitely still have fun with your food and eat a very healthy diet, a very healthy, balanced diet. And, I think there's a lot going on nowadays with social media and all on, food shaming and stuff like that. Bad foods and good foods and evil foods.
I do it to myself.
And the best foods, right. And it's like, you got to understand, everything is good in moderation,
Yeah.
Right.
And I think Greg Doucette, we've talked about this before. I think he has the best, Coach Greg. Coach Greg, I think he has the best perspective on it. The best diet is the one that you enjoy, that you can enjoy.
Exactly.
And it's beautiful. Because you really think about it, it's like the diet shouldn't be called a diet. It should be called your basic lifestyle. Yeah. That is what you eat. It shouldn't be a temporary thing.
Proper eating.
Like you can't just be like, oh, you know what? I'm temporarily going to be healthy before I give it up and then join the other side.
Right.
You have to find that middle ground to where it's like, I enjoy this food and then I'm going to keep this food in my diet. Maybe I don't have to eat out every day, every other day. Maybe I could limit that to 1-2 days.
Right. And I actually have kind of a question on that, because you've brought up, and I absolutely agree with all of it, and you brought up eating out a lot. It's kind of what we do a lot nowadays. Do you think that has to do a lot with now the traditional family isn't necessarily just the father working and the mother stays home and is able to cook and make a nutritious meal? Now the mother's working, the father's working, they're both tired, and they come home and you don't necessarily have the time. Do you think that's got a part to do with it?
Yes, I absolutely do.
Right.
I think, and I absolutely support, both individuals working, but the veer away from a traditional family style in which there is somebody like a caretaker of the household and stuff.
Right.
That has gone more to just pick up takeout and on the way home, pick up a bucket of KFC or a hot and ready pizza and
or even
stuff.
worse, DoorDash.
Right. Instead of sharing the responsibility, it's gone to having no responsibility.
Exactly. Right. But I think part of that is people think that cooking is this huge, laborious and hard task when really it's kind of a lack of education and skill in cooking, because it takes 15 minutes to, whip up some 96% lean ground beef with some sloppy Joe sauce.
Yeah.
Put that stuff on some buns. They get some coleslaw going, and, there you go. Is it a super healthy meal? No, but it's a lot healthier than picking up a hot and ready pizza,
Yeah.
And it doesn't take long to do. It just takes some skill. I think those the HelloFresh and Blue Apron and stuff like that, you know what I'm talking about, the meal prep kits?
Yeah, I do.
Those are actually really cool, because what those do is they teach people how to cook.
Yeah.
And they teach people how easy it is to prepare a really good meal that's also healthy for you. And
they just have it cut out. You still have to put everything else on it.
Right.
I totally
but
understand.
it teaches you the skills.
Right.
Yeah, and even if like I'm vegetarian, and for me to cook my my day's worth of food, it takes me about 20 minutes of my day.
Right.
20 minutes of my day to cook or to make about 3,500 calories. And you got those and again, you don't have to make the same thing every day.
No.
You really don't. You can always make it up. You can always switch it up. But that's where it comes back to the whole point. There's no interest. There's no encouragement of being like, okay, you have to start investing in yourself. When people are talking about like investing in yourself, they're like, oh, you know what? That just means I'm going to get $100 pair of shoes. I'm investing in my happiness, which is fine.
Treat yourself.
That's completely fine. But you also, got to take care of yourself in the correct way. And that way is prolonging your life. Staying away from disease, right? That is that is the definition of being fully healthy, is being free of disease.
Absolutely.
and it's total well-being. And I know there's Raj last week was talking about the huge push on medicine when it comes to, injuries.
Yeah.
There's a huge push on medicine when it comes to, basically like you think about it, stroke, you think about heart attack, you think about diabetes, any of the biggest killers.
All preventable.
Right? All preventable by diets and nutrition. Yes, exercise has to do with it. Exercise is great for your cardio.
And
it's
I love
great
that you guys
for
brought that up on the last interview as
yeah,
well.
yeah. Exercise is great for you,
Yep.
but nothing beats your nutrition at all. You could work out every day for the rest of your life, but if you're eating pizza at the end of your day, every day, you're still going to get a heart attack at some point.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Probably, unless you're a genetic freak, which there are out there, but don't compare yourselves to them.